As a photographer, I make decisions, I make choices about the scenes that I'm going to shoot and about which images I'm going to share. But are those decisions always made based upon my creative vision? Or even subconsciously, do I allow my ideas, my thoughts about how other people are going to respond to those images to affect my decision-making process? Is there in fact a conflict? Popularity versus art? That's what I'd like to explore in this video. I hope you'll find it interesting, and I'd love to know what you think. If you enjoyed this video and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. In my last video I shot and shared this image. Now I like this image, I think it's a nice image. I don't think it's a portfolio image, but it's nice. But it doesn't actually represent my creative thinking at the time that I shot it. I shot this with a fisheye lens, and I spent quite a long time searching for a composition that would make use of that fisheye effect. I intended it to be a square crop and to maintain all of that barrel distortion which makes fisheye images so different. When I got it back home onto the computer, I decided I didn't like it like that. So it ended up going into Photoshop, and I used some of the tools in there like the wide angle filter to take out most of that effect and create a more normal image, which, as I said, I like. But as I also said, bears no relationship to what I intended when I was out trying to get the composition. Yes, the square crop fisheye didn't work. I could see that as soon as I opened it on the computer. But in order to do the conversion to a more standard image, I took that crop off so I saw the full 2:3 frame. And that actually didn't look half bad. But I still went for that safe image, the one that looked more normal, rather than the image that had all of that creative fisheye distortion in. Now, why did I make that decision? Was it purely my own creativity, my own preferences that came into play there? Or was I subconsciously thinking about how other people would look at that image, how they would respond to that image? I always say that my photography is for me. I shoot the images that I want, I process them the way that I like. And if other people like them, that's the bonus. But like a lot of people, I put images out there for people to see. And like a lot of other photographers, I suspect, I have some insecurities about my work. I very rarely think my images are good enough. And in this image sharing social media world, it's easy to confuse popularity as measured by likes and shares and positive comments with actual worth, with artistic worth. And that can lead us to make decisions that means we are perhaps not being as creative, or at least not sharing our most creative endeavours. And if that's true of me, maybe it's true of other people as well. And maybe there are some really different and creative and out there images that we're just not getting to see because people aren't sharing them because they think they won't be well received. And if that's true, then I think the community is poorer as a result. So for the future, I'm going to try to be conscious of that. I'm going to try to think whether the decisions that I'm making about which images to share or even to do anything with at all, is based really on my own creative preferences and style, or whether I'm subconsciously thinking about whether it's going to get likes and shares and all of those other things when I put it out there for people to have a look at. That may well mean that I will be putting out some images that people just don't like. But it may also mean that I put out an image that somehow, somewhere, maybe inspires somebody to do something a little bit different, to try something a little bit different, and maybe they will create something that everybody loves. And in which case, my image will have gone some way towards helping that person achieve that. And I'm going to start by sharing with you the image as it was almost originally conceived. Fisheye effect still in place, all of that barrel distortion, but not the square crop, it's the full frame, because I actually think it looks better that way. I'd love to know what you think. Do you either consciously or unconsciously think you consider popularity before you decide which images you're going to keep and share? Or do you not care about it? I don't know. Let me know what you think. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share it on social media, leave me that comment and let me know what you think. And as always, and if you're new here, and you've enjoyed this and you'd like to see more of my stuff, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. As always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, so thank you very much. And until the next video, bye.